Hey, what's up, my good people? Have you ever wished or wanted to come to the US through the B1 or B2 visa, which is known as tourist visa? Today, we'll be tackling about the questions that are frequently asked at the embassy. So, please join me as we do this. Again, welcome so much. This is Mkenyamarekanitv. We are all about informing you about how you can come to the US and also life of Kenyans here in the US. Remember, this is not a professional advice. It's just through personal experience and through research. So if you need professional guidance, you can always get it from wherever country you come from. So today we'll be talking about US tourist visa frequently asked questions, which is known as B1 or B2 visa. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing if you find this information helpful, so that anytime we upload any video, you'll be able to be notified and get the information as it is. So without any further ado, allow me to take you through the questions which are frequently asked for the tourist visa, which is B1 or B2. So yeah, there you go. So one of the first questions they're going to ask you, and remember, please, all these questions they will ask, they can refer to the DS-160, which you already filled. So I always advise people, make sure, even if somebody filled for you, make sure you have all the answers that they filled, okay? So question number one, why are you going to the US? Make sure your answer very precise and clean. I am going to visit my son or daughter, and for tourism purposes. Okay, don't say you're coming for business or you're coming for any other thing, because tourist purposes is only to visit. And if you will do anything, if you are a musician, just say it's gonna be volunteer. You will not receive any payment. So have you ever been to the US before? Give the true answer, yes or no. Don't add anything. It's very simple. The consulate can check to confirm. Remember this point. The consulate can check to confirm if this answer is true, because they have it on their desk. And remember, they always open your page whenever you come in for your interview. Do you have relative in the US? If yes, who? So give the true answer, yes or no. My son or daughter lives there. If you have other relatives in the US, mention them. Okay. Do not give details of relatives unless they ask you first. Okay. Don't volunteer information. Just wait. And remember, you have to just say yes or no. Don't volunteer information. Okay. Who is going to sponsor your visit? If it's your son or daughter who's gonna sponsor you just say my son or daughter is going to sponsor my visit. Okay. Where will you stay in the US? Okay, this is a tricky question, because like in Africa, I don't think we use address, but here in the US we use address. So anytime they ask you where are you gonna stay in the US, you have to say we will stay at the XYZ Street. There's a number here. There's a number that you have to know, which already it's on your DS-160. So, and we'll stay in ABC Street City. Okay. Make sure you also understand the city that you're going. We have here in the US, we have state, which is like a province, and then we have the city, and then we have like now the area which you'll be staying. Okay. So make sure you differentiate those things. So you have to say all these things. Yeah, this is what when they ask you where you'll stay, that's what exactly you need to say. I will be staying in XYZ Street, ABC Street, PQ State, and 1234 zip code. That's the zip code. Okay, zip code is very important, because if you don't have a zip code, then they cannot uh, exactly tell where you stay. Okay. um, so what does your son or daughter do for a living? My son is a designated is a designation. What yeah, from name of company. Okay. So memorize the designation and name of company. So this thing you have to know. Actually, you have to know exactly where they work. Don't wander around whenever they ask you these questions. Make sure you look at them straight in the eye and talk to them. That also is will add you marks, because confidence is exactly what they need to see in you. Okay, how much does your son or daughter earn? Give them the true answer, because they can always confirm this. My son or daughter earns this annually, this amount annually. Okay, carry financial document to support your answer. Most of the time they don't require this supporting document. If you look like you're very confident, they will always believe you, because most of the time all these financial documents that you're supposed to carry to support your answer, most of the people can fake them. So they don't. Sometimes you go there and they tell you no documents today, so you have to just be confident enough such that it shows that you're telling the truth. Okay, where does your son or daughter work? My son or daughter works for this and that company. You have to give that name. So make sure you've also uh, noticed the name that your daughter or son works. Okay. What does your son or daughter-in-law do? Yeah, give a true answer. My son uh, or daughter-in-law works for this and that company, or a homemaker, or studies at this and that university. So make sure you know these names. I know they are so hard, because coming from Kenya, for example, coming from Kenya, and the names in the US, sometimes they are so difficult to cram. So mention that they study only if they are on F1 or student visa. Okay. Also, yeah, this is another point that somebody can sell you out. Yeah, if they are working and maybe they are here for a student visa, or they came as a visitor visa. So if they came as a visitor visa, they are not expected to work. So just know your answers exactly. Okay, who is paying for your uh, son or daughter-in-law study? Okay, make sure you also know. They can ask you very random questions, so just do your research properly, so that whenever they ask any question, you don't take time looking down or trying to peruse your file. Just look at them, answer them directly, be sure, be certain, so that that person cannot doubt you. Okay, my son or daughter is paying for his or her studies. He is able to pay for all our expenses over and above the expenses of his or her wife, husband study. Okay. Yeah. Make sure your documents show clearly that it is possible for your son and daughter to pay for the studies, as well as your visit, because here in the US, mostly they have to check the bank statement for the person inviting you sometime, because they have to confirm, yes, indeed they can pay for your ticket and they can pay for their stay, and if they have a family, they can also support their family. So sometimes there's a document which you fill. If you are inviting somebody here, you're in the US, you're inviting somebody, there's an affidavit form you need to fill, so that you can show that it's true you're working and you can be able to afford to bring somebody extra to the US. How long has your son or daughter been in the US? Okay. My son or daughter has lived in the US for a number of years. So this is where it's apparent applying for this B1 or B2 visa. Okay. So yeah. So which visa is your son or daughter or son or daughter-in-law on? So you have to also know if your son or daughter or for example, on H1, or he's a H4 dependent visa. You have to know all those names. Yeah. Did your son or daughter study in the US? Yes. If yes, where? You have to answer those questions. Okay. What visa did your son or daughter enter the US on? Give the true answer. For example, if they came on a student visa and later changed to work visa, you have to say so. Okay. Otherwise, the consulate can be able to confirm if you're saying the truth. Okay. So yeah. So let's see some of this question. Um, I want to see. Will your wife or husband accompany you in the trip? Give a true answer, yes or no. Yeah. This is just a yes or no. Remember, in the embassy, don't volunteer any information. Make sure you just answer very short and precise, so that you don't waste too much time meandering around. Uh, If only one person is traveling to the US, then they may ask, why are you traveling alone, or why isn't your husband, wife accompanying you? So just know you have to give an answer. If you are a widow or widower, just say so. Otherwise, give the reason for your solo visit. My husband is unable to get leave or to go to the US. Okay. Uh, when do you plan to travel? This is a question also that is a very tricky one. Make sure you know the dates where you will travel, because you already written maybe in your DS160. We plan to travel in, maybe name the month, and then and remember, don't make any plans before you get the visa. They always tell you, don't make any plans to travel or to buy a ticket before you get a visa, because you will you will be so surprised if you don't get the visa. Okay, because it's not guaranteed. Okay, even after I tell you all this, it's not guaranteed that you will get a visa. um, why do you want to travel at this time? Okay, make sure you have an answer to that. Maybe you're coming for a funeral, you're coming for a wedding. Just give them the reason, and a legit reason. Okay. uh, what are you going to do in the US? Yeah, also this, make sure you just give the right information. Don't say you're coming to work. Yeah. We are going to travel or visit the interesting places, like give some names of famous tourist spots like Disneyland, Niagara Falls, Washington DC, Las Vegas, and spend with our son or daughter, or son-in-law and daughter-in-law. Yeah. Make sure these answers corresponds with the answers for the previous questions. Yeah. What is the purpose of your trip? Yeah, this is another question that is very tricky. Make sure you say the thing that you're gonna do, and there's a catch. There's always a catch, because if you say one thing at the embassy, then at the port of entry you say a different thing, it's gonna be so hard for you. You'll be you'll just be boarded the next flight back to your home country. Yeah. So whenever you're traveling, don't take selfies. Even when you are in the embassy, don't take selfies. Yeah, don't take selfies. Yay, I'm in the embassy. Come watch me. Don't tell the world. Be secretive about it, because you are not so sure. So be so secretive about all this. Have you blocked your ticket? Yes, we have. Or do you have a return air ticket or medical insurance, etc.? So all these things, make sure you have them if they ask. But I will advise you, don't book any ticket before you can get your visa. That's your guarantee to come to the US. Okay. Yeah. All these questions mostly are about son and daughter, but um, have you ever been outside? For example, now they will ask you Kenya. If you're coming from India, they will ask you India. If you're coming from Kenya, they will ask you uh, any country. They will put in your country here. Okay. Give the true answer or no, because actually, if you don't give a true answer, they have your passport, so they will be able to confirm. Give the right answer. I remember one time at the embassy, somebody said they've not visited any country. They were asked, "Have you visited a common place which is called Masai Mara in Kenya?" They said no, so they were told, "Go visit that place." If you're calling yourself a tourist, make sure you've traveled, you've well traveled a little bit. Yeah. Is this your first time to visit the US? Give a true answer, yes or no. The consulate can check to confirm your answer. Tell the truth. Always tell the truth. Always tell the truth. Always tell the truth. Okay. What places do you want to visit? We want to visit. Give names of interesting. Yeah. So this one we already talked about it. So how long will you stay in the US? This is also a very good question that will ask. They will ask you. Yeah. Don't stay too long. Just make sure your trip is brief. Yeah. Because if you're taking too much time, they will be like, now who is gonna take care of your business back home? So make sure at least you give a reasonable time. We want to stay for a number of months. For example, uh for example, 6 in the US. Okay. Yeah. Mostly, just say, maybe plan for your trip like a shorter time, maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Yeah. Though they will give you an entry visa for 6 months. Can't you finish your visit earlier. Yeah, you see, because they don't want you to stay too long. So they will this is gonna be, if you say 6 months, they will ask you this following question: can't you finish your visit earlier? Why do you want to stay for so long? Okay, give yourself the reason why you have to do so. Uh, Otherwise, it's gonna be, they don't want you to overstay. Like they want they want to see that you're very busy in your country. Okay, so that you don't have too much time to stay in the US. Your business is gonna get is gonna go haywire. Okay, what is the guarantee that you'll come back? This is a very, very important questions that they ask. Give us or demonstrate to us that you will come back. Okay, demonstrate to us that you're gonna come back. So here you have to show ties. You have to show very strong ties that you have that will enable you to come back. That you cannot be in another country because you have to take care of your business. I have a family and property here, for example, here in Kenya. Okay, or so I will definitely come back. Give all the reasons. Show strong ties to your home country is very, very important. If you have other children and grandchildren, for example, in India or Kenya or whatever country you're coming from, definitely mention that. Okay. If you have a job or a business, also make sure you mention that. If you also have, like, you're an artist, you have upcoming events, or you're a business person, entrepreneur, show them you have, like, maybe contracts in future, so that you have to come. I'll be prepared for this question. Have papers, property, financial, to prove it. Carry photographs of grandkids. You see, yeah. When did you last see your son or daughter? Yes, these are some of the questions. If you mention you have family, because let me tell you, the answer that you give, that's where your next question is gonna come from. They ask maybe 10 to 8, maybe 8 to 10 questions, depending with the answers you give. So if they are short and clean and precise and solid, they will not ask you the next question. But if you beat around the bush, definitely they need to confirm. So they will ask you the same question but twisted a little bit. Okay, so make sure your questions are so short. When did your son or daughter last visit maybe Kenya or India or whatever country? You have to mention that. Yeah, consulate can check to confirm this answer as well. So as what I'm gonna tell you for a fact, do not lie. Whenever you're going for your interview, don't lie. Don't lie. Make sure you tell the truth. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, not don't say that they will visit in the same year. Otherwise, the visa officer might say that you can meet them then. Yeah, you see. So, like for example, if your son has stayed here for 10 years, don't say that they're coming this same year. Kuwa na ujanja bana. Okay. When did your son or daughter go to the US? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What is your job profile? Give job details, responsibility, etc. How much do you earn? What is your annual income? Give true answer, because this is the part they can catch you. So yeah, make sure you do that. You be diligent, be truthful. It will save you. It's better if you say the truth and you still get denied. Okay. Otherwise, if you make up information and then at the port of entry they catch you, you'll board the next flight, and that's gonna be shameful. Okay. Uh, if you are working, you may be asked, did you take a leave? Yeah. If, for example, your employer has given you permission to travel, maybe carry a letter, show that they've given you permission. Or also what your employer can indicate is that they cannot do without you, something like that. And maybe you are a teacher, you're planning to travel during your holiday, so just show that. Okay. uh, Your income is not enough to support international travel. What do you plan to do? My son or daughter is sponsoring my visit. Yeah. So, if, for example, you don't have enough of your financial does not show that you can support you, just suggest that my son or daughter is paying for me. And also this part, they will need to you'll need to carry appropriate documents. Refer to the checklist. Okay, we'll see the checklist. Okay, next video we'll do about the checklist. Okay, if you run a business, you may be asked who will look after your business in your absence. Okay, have in mind that question is going to be asked. If you are an entrepreneur, you are self-employed, yeah, I have arranged for someone, or my brother or my mother or my wife, they will take care of my business in my absence. Okay, when did you retire? If for example you've retired, when did you retire? Give a true answer. I retired in the month of this month and the year of a certain year. Okay, you have to be precise. Don't say I think. Don't use words like I think. Those are not words that can show that your answer is concrete. They show a lot of doubt. Okay, how much pension do you get? Yeah, if your country does not earn, if you mostly if you are self-employed and you don't even have any pension or anything, just let them know. Okay, what asset property do you have in India or in Kenya or in Uganda or Tanzania? Okay, I have whatever property asset you have. For example, a house. A house, you have to. A house is no. This is an asset. It's not something depreciating. So this is an asset, something that is solid. Okay, for example, a house or two shops, etc. in India. Okay, if you have property or immovable assets, do mention them during the interview. It will be seen as a reason to return. Okay, so some of the reason to return is your property, your family. If you living without your spouse, those are ties. We can call them ties. Okay, yeah, this one we already answered. Who will take care of your property? So have in mind who will do that for you. Can I see your business or visiting card? If you have a card, show it. If not, say you don't. You don't have one. Okay. Yeah. Do you have a credit card? Yeah. This is a system that is here in the US. I don't think it's normally used, like for example in Kenya where I come from. So they won't ask you because yeah. Yeah. Will you work in the US? This is a very tricky question. If you're coming as a visitor, tourist visa, you're not supposed to work. So just tell them no, a big no. Yeah. I'm going for, and then you can confirm your answer. I'm just going for tourism and sightseeing. Okay. I have no intention whatsoever to work in the US because it's illegal, and that can make you be deported. So yeah. So basically that's what we will cover today. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions, please make sure you can just on the comment section shoot your questions. I will try to answer them, because if you do not get a green card, there is still other ways you can come to the US. Okay, so and B1 B2, which is known as the tourist visa, is something that you can look for, but you must have an invitation. We'll come talk back about the B1 B2 visa more. So thank you so much for listening to us. Remember to subscribe and click that bell, so that anytime we upload any video, you'll be able to be notified, and that's how you support us. Okay, so from my desk I say ciao. We'll see you another time. God bless you.